Hello, Christopher Brent here, coming to you today with a tutorial on suspended chords. So what are suspended chords? Well, let's take a look. So if we have a C major chord, the notes in this case, it's going to be C, E, and G. So the first would be C, the third would be E, and the fifth would be the G, right? So what are we doing when we make a chord suspended? Well, let's talk about the theory here. So if we're dealing with C major, C is the first note, right? E would be the third note, and G would be the fifth note. Now, what if we took that, and instead of E being the third note, what if we tried to make the chord into C, D, and G, right? So instead of E, we're just simply going to play D. So we get a little bit of a different sound. This note, the E, is being suspended in this case over to the D. So this would be called a C sus2 chord. That's how it's usually going to be notated in most charts. The other version of things, right, would be C, F, and G. That would be called a C sus4. So why would that be called the C suspended fourth chord? Well, we have a fourth right here from C to F. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course we have G as the fifth. That would be the C sus4. This version of things, C, D, G, would be the C suspended 2 chord. So that would be the C sus2 because D would be the second note of the C major scale. Now the suspended chords tend to want to resolve back to the normal chord itself, or the typical standard triad or chord, in this case the C major chord. So that's how suspended chords work. You can do this in any key. So this is just in C major. If I did it in G major, we'd have a standard G chord here consisting of G, B, and D. Now I could make this into a G sus2 chord by just taking the B and moving it over to A. That would give you that. It's a pretty colorful sound, actually. That would give you the G sus2 chord. If I wanted to make that into a G sus4 chord, I would just play G, C, and D. And that could resolve back to the standard G chord. Sometimes it does, sometimes it does not, just depending on the style. So basically what's happening is the third note of the chord, or the middle note, which we call the third in this case, something is being done to it. It's being moved, it's hanging over, right? It's being suspended, right? That's why they call it this. And it wants to go somewhere. The sound wants to resolve up in this case. In this case, the sound wants to resolve down. So it's pretty cool stuff when you look at it. So the nice thing about this, seeing this on the piano, is it's very visual. These chords are often played in pop music and in guitar riffs and whatnot in pop music. So the cool thing about the piano is you can see it visually. So hopefully this helps you understand what's going on with suspended chords, which we often abbreviate as sus, C sus2 or C sus4. So if you have any questions, email me at chrisbrentmusic@gmail.com. Visit my website at www.christopherbrent.com. Thanks so much.